they can no longer. Martin Adams is through to round 2. What a thorough examination he was given by Tony West, but the Tornado did fizzle out a touch, and Adams stayed strong, stayed cool, and crucially stayed in his championship. The defending title holder lives to fight another day.
Well, he certainly does, but what a beginning by Tony West there was to that match. With me to enjoy every arrow of that match, a man who looks forward to Lakeside more than Santa bringing his Christmas presents down the chimney of his mansion in Essex, is Bobby George. Bobby, my goodness me, it looked at one stage as though Adams had left himself far too much to do. What a start by Tony West.
I thought he was out, really, to be honest with you. I mean, 5 legs on the trot. He didn't even get near a shot. 5 legs, I thought he was going. That's his lot. But I've got to give him his due. He didn't panic. He just plodded. He used them 5 legs he lost as a practice to get used to the throw. So he was 100. Now, when Tony missed, he checks it. Once he got in front, then Tony he just went to pieces, Tony did. I mean, for some reason, he had a chance, even in the last leg, to come back on the 90, and he mucks it all up.
But all credit to him for a storming start. It was a different player to the one we've seen in the last couple of seasons.
Oh, he played really... I mean, 10 years ago, he's a marvellous player. You know, he was marvellous. I mean, when he won the World Masters, he came runner-up to Dudbridge one year, which is a great achievement to get beat in the World Masters final to get there. And the next year, he comes back and beats Vanderville in the final again. He's a great player, that Tony West is. Unfortunately, today, he doesn't keep the pressure. He never kept the pressure on Adams. And Adams is old school now, you know, he's don't panic, that's why he's world champion.
If you're Martin Adams sitting looking back over that match, are you almost quite pleased that you got a jolt and a shock and that you're now fully up to speed? Because he really had to dig deep in that match. Or are you just relieved you've got through and you're still in the draw?
Well, people saying, I want a tough game to get, there's a load of rubbish there. These dart players don't want a tough game. They want easy games. You don't want to wear yourself out when you don't have to. You want the pressure on you. You want the reserves when you get to the final. First game, you want it easy. It was a tough game for him, but he's a dart player. It's not going to wear him out because he had a hard game. It's not going to make him any better player. He's Martin Adams, he's a world champion, he's the same player. So he'd just go, that's the game, and next game I just carry on the same.
OK, we now know the identity of his opponent. John Boy Walton rolling back the clock, who won the title 10 years ago. He came through a match against the Badger, Davy Prince. 2 old guys, they both know what it takes to win. Well, OK, slightly old.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How do you see that one going between the two of them?
What, Dave Prince and...
No, between John Boy and Martin Adams.
I think Martin has slaughtered him, to be honest with you. John played terrible today. It was a bad game. I've got to say, I don't like to say that, but it's true. It wasn't a very good game of darts. He had a couple of good legs, yeah. But it wasn't World Championship darts. And against Martin, I can't see him beating Martin.
Well, we shall see what happens in that one. Plenty more first-round matches to bring you up to speed with right now, starting with a man that David Croft calls a Ford Cortina. He means it in the most complimentary of fashions, I can assure you. Martin Phillips, the evergreen Welshman, comes through so many matches with barely getting out of first gear, and he certainly swept Mark Borelli aside 3-0. He is going to be a man to watch as this tournament progresses, that is for sure. Another seed who bit the dust today was Ross the Boss Montgomery, 7th seeded Scot, and he was beaten by Alan Chuck Norris. A really big win that for the Englishman. And now we have the match between a Dutchman and a Scot, Willie Vanderville, the number 9 seed, up against Alan Sutar, the man all the way from Arbroath, making his debut here at Lakeside, a fireman and a triathlete. So I think we can safely say the fittest man ever to take to the Ocky here at Lakeside. Well, he took the first set, but as we join the action, it's 1 set all and 2 legs apiece.
That was in and out.
80! And shake it all about.
Yeah, 3 good darts for 80 points.
3 bounce outs now for Alan Sutar in the match. 135. 60 on the floor.
Under pressure already after that bounce out. One set all, two legs all. Sutar with a throw.
95. And there's the bounce out record, 3-1 in Vanderville's favour, really. In theory, 85. We should get less bounce outs with this board because the wires are that much thinner. 50% thin on this blade 4 board. Nice inviting target area for Sutar to exploit. 100. Oh, Vanderville to nail, and he is. Oh, 100. The carpenter would have had 3 in the bed then, but needed a little extra force for the second dart. There we go.
He's on a finish though, 161. He can steal a set. Treble 19. Oh, he's gone for the
45.
ball.
Will he require 161?
6 darts for the third set against the throw for the 9th seed.
Beautiful, beautiful from Billy Vanderville. That is really going to hurt Alan Sutar there, because he's got himself into a bit of a hole, and he's not going to be able to dig himself out without some assistance from the Dutchman. Really, 57. The fire escape 24. Is blocked, I think, for him in this set. Double 12. There you go. Vanderville nails that third set. Fourth set, first leg. It's Willie to throw first. Game on.
Very much with the advantage now. A setup, and with the darts in this fourth set. He plays 4 times a week, he 57. Says, and practices for 2 hours every day.
And that's what's keeping him in the match and putting him ahead, Vanderville. 50% on his checkouts. I mean, Alan Sutar, 44%, you know, 60. Would win you a few matches in this first round, but, you know, Vanderville's been fairly consistent when he's got down to a double and still behind 60. On the averages. So it's not really where you start, it is where you finish that counts the most.
There's no better feeling when you've got 3 darts for a double and you stand up and nail it with your first dart. And that's what he's been doing at crucial times, not least at the end of that third set, that double 85. 12 right in the middle. There was no doubt about it.
Totally agree. Wish 60. I knew the feeling for myself.
Sutar still not out of it though. A few more of those. And there's every chance
137.
He can take this into a deciding set.
Well, the thing is, he is scoring better than Billy Vanderville. He just needs to put it together in a leg where the Dutchman 41. Throws first. And, you know, maybe this is that leg. He's now got 64 points plus these 3 darts.
Well, 12 darts from Vanderville 59. So far this leg, and he's yet to find a treble.
Sutar needed more than 59 there, though. See, he's let the Dutchman back in. 100 and at 180, that's a punishing time to throw that maximum. It changes the mental course, I think, of this leg. It now puts Sutar under pressure.
You don't want to be under pressure and needing to take out 160, that's for sure. No. Could do with a double, could do with a 60. Treble. Doesn't get one.
Yeah, if you've got 6 darts from 160, you can throw a little bit more relaxed, but Vanderville can take this out. Great chance now. Double 16. There you go. It's 6 darts. He's changed the course of this set now as well. Great leg. And Sutar can smile about it because he knows that he was outclassed there.
Second leg, it's Alan to throw first.
Finding the darts and finding the doubles when you need them most. And that's what Vanderville did there. That's what won him the Hungarian Open last year.
Yeah, a titanic tussle that was down in Budapest.
140.
Where I have played darts, I have to say. On my travels. The ton table, the big scores. 4 180s to Vanderville. Sutar hasn't hit one yet. You'd like to get one before it's time to say goodnight.
$60. 100.
Well, Sutar says he's inspired by the film Cool Runnings because the underdog comes back to do well, and he is definitely the underdog here.
100.
So I was having a conversation with Alan Sutar and John Boy Walton this morning about golf, because the three of us are quite keen golfers.
60.
And I've had a hole-in-one before, and Alan Sutar's hit a hole-in-one before. John Boy Walton weighed into the conversation with his talk of the match in Inverness once, where he was 101 over par. Quite frankly, the worst exploits on a golf course ever seen, and Alan Sutar was shaking his head a little like that.
John Walton, welcome back any time to that golf course in Inverness.
He got value for money on that course, that's all I'm saying.
Alan, you require 141.
He needs something akin to a hole-in-one in darting terms here, as Alan Sutar. And that's handy. Treble 19 for double 12. Well, 79 scored, so treble 10 is next target.
Will you require 160?
He'll come back though.
This really would be a nail in the coffin from the carpenter, but he's missed the first treble 20, so he's just going to try and put some pressure on.
92. Alan, you require 52.
Must take out 52, you think. Tops for Sutar. Double 10.
Yes, that's big shot on the second
dart. And he knew it.
Third leg, it's Willie to throw first. Game on.
But he's running out of legs, and he needs to break the Dutchman's throw, Alan Sutar.
100.
That's a solid start from the 28-year-old from Ryan in Holland. He's forcing Sutar now to hit at least a ton to keep pace with him. He couldn't do it.
He just needs to hold his throw twice, Vanderville, but needs a treble here.
45.
Well, that's what the great Eric Bristow would be saying at the moment. Hold my throw, I'm through, it's not a problem. He wouldn't be thinking about anything on Sutar's throw at all. Knows that he's in command and in control, but Vanderville is not the great 59. Eric Bristow, who has graced this arena, and those chandeliers were there when he last won a title here, I'm sure. Might even have been cleaned a couple of times since then.
100.
Would love his first maximum right now, Alan Sutar.
$85.
Solid enough. It's forcing Sutar to hit the spectacular. The 140 at least that he needed just to put himself on a finish. And, you know, Sutar, sadly for him, hasn't been able to raise his game in this leg.
He's done a great job though, Vanderville, of finding the darts when he needed them and putting Sutar under the sort of pressure that he wasn't feeling in the first set.
Oh, he took his time to get going, Vanderville. He was a bit cold in that first set. Sutar came out pumping, did what he did, but he had to do, did it very well.